welcome to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you joining us. As always, we'll introduce ourselves. Sarah is still out in Detroit, and she's joining us digitally. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Alton, the crazy tiefling warlock.
I'm Brad, playing Arden the Wizard. I'm
Kayla, playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi murder hobo.
I'm Austin, playing Sheru the Turtle.
I'm Ben, playing Raina, the human ranger.
I'm Sarah. I'm playing Asar, the fire genasi sorcerer.
And we still have our guest with us tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Marshall, and I'm playing Gardovan Anuis, the bard.
Perfect. So, last time, the party finished up their tasks for the day, researching the guilds, and Rainer went to warn the Genturums of weapons that appeared to be being stockpiled at Zujiri Distribution. And Kaiji and Seth, or Alton, went to find some trouble. And they found it indeed, where they met Githæus, the slaver that was met at the Blue Baller. And they ambushed him after finding out that he was looking to, get a slave deal made where it appears that Seth was the brother and Kaiji was the sister, and the family was selling her into slavery. Seems like it was something that was a common thing that he did. And so they had a fight and decided to run away when things weren't exactly going the way they hoped. So we meet up back at the Chiseled Block, where the party is finally reconvening after their day's events. So what's going on?
Seeing Kaiji and everyone else returns, she was like, "You guys will not believe the day me and Arden had. It was exciting."
I wouldn't go that far. It was, it might come back to haunt us.
How many people did you kill?
Hey, what?
Whoa.
No
you said it was exciting.
Yes.
There's a lot of bad people here.
We didn't kill anyone. Did you kill someone?
No.
Maybe.
Insight. 10.
I'm definitely not really trying to.
Who did you kill?
3, maybe 4 people.
I don't know, we got jumped in the streets. You know how
We've been
it
here
is.
like a day.
Guards aren't people.
Guards aren't people.
It's okay, they were all bad.
Going with our Batman theme from last time, people passing around the weaponized, what does he say? The weaponized hallucinogenics.
They're all tuckered out.
What did everyone learn? Why do you have, were you stabbed?
Stabbed is not the correct verb. That would be, because stabbed implies straightforward. I was hit broadside, which is slashed.
You were also stabbed by a dagger.
I guess that's true, but the bigger ones are slashes. I was slashed twice, and that doesn't count. A couple tail hairs, they grow back.
Are your clothes slashed at all?
He probably hit me in the sides, and I'm not wearing anything in the midriff, so...
I reach out my hand. May I, miss?
Oh, if you would, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
I'm going to cast Mending to fix the tears in your clothing.
That's sweet of you.
Doesn't stop
Thank
the
you.
bleeding, but
Yeah, your fur remains slashed.
Well, actually, this gives me a great opportunity. Uvumar has imparted knowledge of a new spell I wanted to try.
Oh shit, do I trust him?
And I cast Life Transference. You see the energy leave Sheru as he touches you. You get, let's say I rolled 7 plus 11, 18 times 2, you heal 36, as I take 18 damage.
Wow, that's a lot more than I took.
How do you feel after that?
Oh, what does that taste? It tastes
So-
like copper in my mouth. Ugh.
So you see,
Actually, iron. Blood tastes like
as you see
Oh,
him
portal.
cast this spell, you see that as he begins coughing, blood starts coming up, and your wounds are repaired.
Skinny Scrotums, are you alright? What happened?
That was weird.
I mean, I've never felt better, but you look
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I wipe off the blood.
I think you should get that looked at.
Oh, it's part of the spell. It was one that I wanted to try. I was meditating the other night, and a couple of new spells from Ulmar kind of flooded my mind, and this one seemed interesting.
Are you sure? Because coughing blood's a disease.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just need some water.
Okay, but if you die in the middle of the night because it's disease, don't. You sleep over there. I sleep over here.
All right.
Okay.
That was horrifying.
Yes, it was.
So, we were learning things. We learned that Mr. Weaver Man with the weavings,
Zahn Falred.
yeah, that one, doesn't like anything about the city.
That's one way to put it. He doesn't care about anything but his guild members, his apprentices. So
Good.
I imagine
care
we're
for
all up
Zujiri,
in the
but-
room and not talking about this
Yeah, we're
in
in
the
the.
bar.
I was assuming we're in the room.
So, just so you know.
Yeah,
In the
I
room.
figured.
I know sometimes you have to state these things. Sorry.
So, I mean, but that's all we learned. We tried to go to the Potters, but she wasn't around. Apparently, she was actively speaking with Zujiri. We didn't want to risk it today. But
Speaking of Zujiri, they are bringing in a substantial amount of weapons. That, I mean, that it's like they're getting ready to equip an army. It's greatly worrying. Aside from that, absolutely nothing else happened. We learned nothing else.
all right.
Well, other than that, we got to see the livery guild.
They had a fascinating time, actually.
Yeah, did you know? So you see the dung beetles rolling around with the dung roll. They bring it to these dens, and their young eat the dung, and that's how they breed the dung beetles to take care of the city sewage. It's fascinating. And you can tell, like, there's like kind of a smell around me and Arden just wafting from us.
Yeah.
You say Ardovan just have a small gag reflex, but I got a 15 on my Constitution save to keep it in.
And it seems like they're kind of split. The workers seem like they truly don't want anything to do with Zujiri, at least the one we talked to. But then their, I guess, leader, the boss people, she wasn't very nice. She was yelling at them and...
She wanted a demonstration, and Sharu had the brilliant idea of suggesting that she go and tell them exactly the opposite.
to stop selling to Zujiri,
Yeah.
and then to make the guy we talked to in charge. I'm still working on that spell. I don't know what's going to go on. We kind of ran after that. We panicked.
So, Alton, how many turtles do you think are around in the city?
Should I roll for that?
It's not likely that you would know. I mean, you can try.
Sure, that's probably the worst idea of you.
At least one.
Well, if they... at least one.
Well, I heard that. I heard that there are a few in the city. From my talk with the academy.
Let's hope that they don't remember your face, which I doubt.
If anyone asks, he was with us all night, so all day.
Well, actually, they would remember. We didn't go disguised at all.
Why would we?
I
What?
don't know.
I mean, aren't you kind of technically always in disguise?
guess,
So just change you?
I don't want to change.
Oh, do Cletus. You can be Cletus from now on. That he's a lot of fun.
By the way, I realized since I took damage, I should have rolled a concentration. I rolled an 18 on concentration, so I'm still concentrating on that spell.
Sounds good.
I mean, it sounds like we were all knee deep in shit in some level or another today.
That's what we also learned from the.
Yeah.
For the ball, turquoise is the flavor that all the nobles seem to like here, so that could be important for the ball.
Considering all the turquoise mines we've run into up north and such, I'm not entirely surprised. There is quite a bit of value on it.
Oh, and by the way, Urin, he says that the term Sankin is keeping secrets.
Big surprise there.
And he said something about southern diplomats trying to make deals. So, looking over at
I don't know what they were talking about.
insight.
Where are you from again?
The south.
I don't know. I think that was pretty. Yeah.
Where's my insight? I always forget what it is. 13. I'm only low on insight. I have a good insight. It's +7.
Did anyone learn anything else about the Jinturum? Just that they're keeping secrets?
Not really.
Did you guys technically learn some stuff from?
Tell us.
I'd say they protect secrets.
Yeah, from the Weaver guy.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he's just, I don't know, almost
He's a failure.
naive. That he just has good ideas and love and hope and sunshine and whatever.
What words did he use?
I don't know. All I remember is that he
Just saying
has good ideas and good intentions.
Yeah, but it was also a failing guild, and no one would support them because there was no money in it. And money is what rules the city.
Why do they think that he has no money?
I don't know. Maybe he's broke. Maybe.
Did they describe what actions he does?
So the question is our issue the perception of him? If we could improve the perception of him, could we improve the outcome of the vote?
I mean, we're just here to gather information. The city is a scary place. And I don't know how much change we can make. I feel like we get what information we can, and if we make a difference, awesome. If not,
Well, and we were only asked to gather information anyways.
yeah. I mean, I want to make a difference, but how much
Information gathering, be sure to remember words, because words are really important. Such as if they use certain words, dominance, power exchange, a changing of guard, dominance, bind. All those things are important.
Did
They give away.
specifically use the word just for you two to remember, benevolence, and essentially donating money. I don't know if that helps.
Well,
I don't
but
know. Specific words are difficult for me. It's not. I don't necessarily think that way. It's difficult when it's not the language you speak.
I understand it. Because there's an obvious power grab happening, and with Kambish and his family, like, I ask you, how do rich people get rich?
By giving to the poor.
You don't get ideas anymore.
Oh.
I'm concerned.
They don't give it away. The only money they give away are money that they can afford to give away, and it's to whom are they giving it to?
So, if we go back to this idea of the weapons, what is that for? If it all revolves around money, are they trying to arm counter caravans of thieves? Are they trying? I mean, they don't need to overtake the city. They already have the city, yes?
They have partial control, they have tariff control, but if they take over Gentorm Sanctum, they can change this merchant state to a city state, and that 20% tariff becomes a 20% tax, which I'm sure most people would not be happy to have.
Or they get their hands on what's in the sanctum, too.
Or even
Could be really desperate for money, and that's the case.
they since it's Zujuri, they want to be the only merchants in the city, and they could be hiring and their own guards to attack other caravans.
Because giving money away is one thing, spending it is another. And from what you're telling me and what I can gather is they spend a lot of money. The wealthier you are, you don't spend money to make money to an excess that they are. You only spend it on what you need.
They must have some sort of plan to do something.
Because when someone makes a plan to a king, do they give him the highest bid, or do they do the cheapest bid? Everything here is in reverse. They set the prices and everyone meets them. That can only last for so long. You're taking gold from the same pocket, it eventually runs out. It gives you strong control for now, but I think they're about out. Buying all the swords, they need what's ever into things to pay off their debts.
So you think Sujiri's broke?
I think they're
Yes.
getting ready for a hostile takeover. Last-ditch effort to, take everything. That, wipes the negative slate clean.
What if
Puts them on top.
Or it's just in case their vote doesn't go their way?
Yes, there's a lot of tension over the ball and weapons, and they may be uncivilized to the point where they might try murder at the ball. You never know.
What if the riches aren't their own, but from either some other power, and so they're being used to maybe get that amulet or take over the city, which is the center of trade. I'm not sure what power would be wanting that, but definitely seem like a front.
Well, we haven't learned anything from the nets yet. I don't know if we will before the ball.
The only way we would is with different faces.
I don't think it's wise for me to speak to them, even though I imagine I could say a lot of the right words.
Nor is it a good idea for either of these two, especially the shell one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
you want something fun? And I pull out the scroll that had Gordovan's description and whatever else may have been on it, and I hand it over to Shrew.
Oh, look at this. Perfect for... I can transcribe this into my journals and put it in a book one day.
Yeah, no, he never asked for it back. He just told us to leave, so I left.
Speaking of never asking for things back, I got this scroll from the Sanctum.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It's about the cult of many faces.
Cult of the Faceless.
Cult of the Faceless.
Faceless. That's, many faces, faceless. It's kind of the same, but not entirely at
No,
all.
those are completely different.
Yeah, I know.
I speak from experience.
They do
Those
say
are
face and
completely
cult. Cult and face are in the same sentence, so it's about 50% there.
One day I want to have...
Kaiji almost joined a cult tonight.
Was it a cult?
Cult is the wrong word, but that's alright.
The cult of the chained.
Oh, it's okay. Remember that thing where we were gonna sell Seth back to his people? Yeah, he tried that on me.
How much you get
50 gold?
50 gold.
for a person?
Okay. And you
Sounds
got
pretty low.
you got away with it. It's only a few stabbings, I see. That's
That's one way to make money, I guess.
all in a good day's work.
Well, no, all in a good day's work is if he would have paid for it, but
We'll get him this time.
we'll get him. Oh, that brute. What's his name again?
Gefeus.
Gefeus.
Oh, the slaver.
Yeah, he was sweet-talking Kaiji and Asar the other night.
Yeah, no, I kind of wanted to have a go at that bastard myself.
Well, it may have been a good thing you didn't. I don't know what it was. I've done it before. In fact, I did it in the wood shack in the place in the mine that we burned down.
Yeah.
Normally claws, throat soft, claws hard. But it didn't work on him. He's a lot stronger.
Just think of it this way: he's leader of the Slavers Guild. I guarantee you, he's probably had more people out to kill him than you've ever met in your life, and that hardens a person.
So just to kind of remind you, he is not the leader of the slavers. He is a member of Zujiri.
Oh, yes, sorry. But yeah, no, dealing in the way he does, you don't make friends.
It makes sense, but...
You pay to keep people from being your enemies, and that's about the best you can do. So, chances are you're not the first time somebody has tried to kill him.
Alright, well, we got some of them off, but...
Maybe we'll get another chance, who knows?
Who knows? Well, is there anything else we can do tonight? Anything else we should report? Wait till morning?
I mean, I already gave word to Kimbish about the weapons, so I wanted to give him as quick a heads up on that as possible. That
Did he say anything?
It was more like stumble like a drunken bastard through the streets and pass a message through the guards. So I'm pretty sure. I hope it got where it needed to be. Something like that kind of makes sense. It would have gone to the right people.
Fair enough.
So as you guys are having this conversation, you hear a knock on your door.
Who is it?
Housekeeping!
Please let us in. You hear the voice of Moldiath.
Well, we knew that was bound to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that they're paying attention. I opened the door.
And you see Moldiath and Kelthic standing there, hooded, shrouded, and they enter in. And Moldiath looks at you, Raynor, and says, "Thank you for your message. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you saw?"
Honestly, the guards there were highly on edge. They were, we didn't manage to make it past the guards because it seemed like they were stopping anyone and everyone that came within 100 feet of the walls, essentially, but they were rather, they were on, I'd call it a high alert. We saw cranes pulling crates of what appeared to me to be weapons and off boats into the warehouse, and it just seemed a bit odd. Seemed like they were stocking up quite a bit more than you need to equip a local guard. I will put it that way.
It's necessarily unexpected. They do deal weapons to various regions, but
Then they're either supplying an army here or somewhere else, but both don't sound like an excellent idea.
no,
Considering
especially
the-
pretensions.
The talk of the guilds, I believe the weapons are for this, is for here for sure.
I mean, they do seem to have their fingers in everything. Try and buy off everybody.
Indeed, the changes recently with the tariffs have secured their position among the guilds, and since they have so many stations throughout northern T'Chawa for distribution, people get a cheaper discount on shipping through them, and trade caravans that aren't attached to them tend to go missing. So it encourages people in the local area to use Zujiri. It encourages people in the outer area to use Zujiri, because then they don't have the tariffs.
I do, and I apologize if I'm being a bit overstepping my bounds in this. Have you considered perhaps your best course of action may simply be to pack up and get the hell out of Dodge?
Well, it hasn't been off the table, but it's not as simple as that.
I imagine it wouldn't be. I just think you might. I hope it's not this way, but I think you might be coming to a point where, it's leave while you're still alive. All I want to say is just keep it on the table. Make sure you're prepared just in case. Something doesn't sit right with me. It seems like that it seems too much for just one group to be amassing the way that they are. It's almost like they want to just have control of it all.
I think that you're probably right. And we're not in a position to fight back, but let's continue to gather what information we can. See if we can get a better idea of their plan. But we'll prepare against that possibility. But appreciate the work you've done so far. What else have you learned? You see Kelthik just kind of leaning against the wall, not saying a word, just kind of clutching his bow and kind of leaning on it rather. And she's the one doing the talking. So what else did you learn today?
Well, there's the Liberty Guild. The workers seem nice. In fact, one Toom Ian, what he said is he wanted the Liberty to be the change in Zumaji to make it better, but then his boss, Flamboul, Tuzera,
Flimboul, yes. I'm
she basically came in shouting at him saying, "You must sell to Zumaji. Don't sell to nobody else." So then I just kind of explained our encounter with her and what we did.
Interesting. She's got some secrets that she wants to hide.
Doesn't seem like anyone knows what this vote will be about, or if they do, they haven't shared.
It's unusual for a vote.
I know Bazan called your father weak.
Bazan's a good man.
He seems like a good man. He seems like a resigned man, though. I don't know how much help will be.
I would agree with that. The Weavers have always kept to themselves, and Bazan has ensured that that's the case.
I think
we cannot necessarily rely on them, but they're certainly not against us.
With a little prodding, I think that could be for you, but they need persuasion, backing, some assurance that I wouldn't be alone in doing so.
Yeah, I think they need to see others first.
Tell me though.
Very well. Well, I appreciate the work you've put in today, and there's more work to be done before the ball. But do you have any questions for us?
What secrets are you keeping? There's been talk that you guys are keeping secrets, and I mean, they're your secrets, but if we're working and helping you, it'd be nice to know a little bit more what's going on.
Everyone keeps secrets.
Of course.
Except you.
I keep plenty of secrets.
We are not in a position to trust you fully with information in that regard.
You see Asar's eyes just sort of flash with some anger, and she sits up a little bit and she's like, "You trust us enough to carry out your political intrigue, but not enough to tell us what the danger is to be associated with you?"
We are not asking you to carry out our political intrigue. We're asking you for information.
Then what are we doing?
You are gathering information for us. That is it. You are not to assassinate or kill or help us in any way other than provide information about what is going on in this city, because we do not have the manpower to do it ourselves at this time.
Why not? What happened to you?
And as I said, that is where we maybe need to have a little bit more confidence in this relationship before we can share that.
I would like to hear it from you, because as we go around collecting information, as you call it, people will tell us why you fell from grace. And would you really want us to hear it secondhand from people who you deem as your enemies? Or would you like to tell us the truth?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Digital dice, don't fail me now. 20.
Ooh, okay. You make a very good argument, Princess. Let me put it this way. We are guardians of sacred relics that could be dangerous if they were to fall in the wrong hands. So, that is as much as I am at liberty to say. I can speak with my father and see if he is willing to share more.
I would appreciate that.
Speak with him quick, because I think you're pretty close to about a week or less away from no longer being in possession of said relics if you don't act a bit quicker.
And that is why we keep a guard. But
Okay.
I will
Best of
speak
luck.
to
A
him.
guard that can't even go around and get information about your own guild.
Guards are not
I
meant
think
to go around.
Raynor,
Guards are meant to guard.
Hopefully it's enough. Sorry, Asar, what were you going to, we didn't mean to cut you off there.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Normally when a woman says it's fine, I am,
That it's
apt
fine.
to believe them that it is fine, but I get the feeling lately like things aren't exactly fine.
My lady has spoken.
My sister said she was fine. She was really fine. She was
Does-
a very direct person.
I don't think your sister counts. You said she was a pirate?
Yeah. Well, she went to go join pirates. I haven't heard from her in a while.
Okay, fine then. You don't have to tell me now, but just so you know, we're here to listen when you're not fine. Just, putting that out there. You can wait until these two are gone.
Asar turns to the siblings and just kind of gives them a look, like, and then she tries to explain again. Just, we can't help you if you don't allow us to. So please speak with your father and try to get this whole trust thing sorted.
I assure you I will, and I will have my answer for you tomorrow. And as you guys begin kind of finishing this conversation and she turns to leave, she opens the door and you guys see Kembish standing there.
Fireball.
That's how you get him to trust you.
And he stoops into the room.
Jeez, just how big is
I
this
thought you'd
room?
be
He's like,
taller.
he's like 6'7".
No, how big is the room?
Well, he stoops through the door.
Right, but I mean, we're all squeezed into this room.
Gotcha. It's not a huge room. It's
10 by 10.
Kaji's using Cheru as a seed as he's in the shell.
Cuddle,
It's just like 9 of us
Um,
crammed in here now.
cuddle puddle time.
He looks at each of you and he says, I was told by my mother that I needed to come and speak to you all.
We should have spoken to his mother in the first place. This would have made things a lot quicker.
He seems very
That wouldn't have worked out for you.
Probably not. It was a joke. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
I look at one.
My name, as you've already heard, is Kembis Genturum. I am the son of Juanabi, and I have walked this earth for 400 years.
I knew it!
I don't think you actually did.
I read their family history.
I would like...
I knew it.
I don't think
I
you
knew it.
connected who.
I did.
I'd like to
Same
share...
person. but not-
Quiet! We are amongst many royal people here,
Oh, that's true.
of which one specifically is requiring our audience.
And now you are among a deity of a sort.
I knew it.
And I would like to share a little bit about my job. I ask you to please pay attention and keep it secret. And we're going to end the session there. Thanks for listening. If you like listening to Rollfair, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Also, check out our merch store at rollfair.com. Fair.com. 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 Fair.com.